You guy, my guy.
My guy, a guy.
Second episode.
A guy, you guy.
Second episode.
Yes, sir.
First of all, guys, thank you very much. How many subscribers? We have 89 subscribers. Guys, clap
New
for
subscribers,
overall.
Humble beginnings.
You know, I mean,
Not
for
good
first
to
show,
Not
to go
good to
south.
south.
I mean, thank you very much. That is,
Asanteni, we really appreciate
as in, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for the kind feedback that you guys have given us.
Kuna wale so wamesema, you know, they need to be on the show.
I know, like very many people are like, yo, we want to come to. We're like, oh, it's just the first show, man.
Yeah.
But yo, I mean, thank you very much, and we literally thank God and our spouses for allowing us to do this.
Yes.
And we are very grateful for the support that you guys are giving us.
Don't think that, hey, these guys are cool, they've started a show. We need visas.
Visa ni lazima. Stamp.
There's the immigration officers who have to stamp.
Na usipo stamp unarudi home straight.
Hii channel ikidisappear. Hatusemi tutakuwa tumekatazwa.
Kuna vile.
Mnajua mali permission
562 views. That is amazing.
Yes.
So
yes,
562 minus 89 mathematic net.
Hakuna mtu wa
mathematics. 562 minus 89. Those are the people who need to subscribe.
The first part is 3.
Yeah, so
that's fine. 7.
Yeah.
473.
473 people need to subscribe.
If I'm not wrong.
Tell us in the comments if we are right or wrong.
I hope
so,
I'm not wrong.
Yeah, if you're wrong, my guy. When you're 4, 5, 7. 473 subscribers need to subscribe.
Zuri Matjango watch you show. Mr. Kango.
Anafaa kuwatch. Aone venye umefika.
Good.
No, okay. So, we'll let that go. Richie.
Yeah.
People have been saying that they don't know you. They don't know me.
If you don't know me, who do you know?
You need to know people. You need to know people.
You who doesn't know me, do I know you? Do you know me?
But people, it's interesting that, you know, we assume a lot of times that, especially the fact that communication.
I think what happened, we started shooting because, by the way, we just started shooting.
Yeah.
We just sat down, we're like, hey, we need to do this.
Let's go.
Let's start.
Yeah.
And that's how it happened. So I think it was easy for us to just get into the groove and forget to introduce ourselves. Like who we are, what we do.
Like where we come from.
Yeah.
Why we're doing what we're doing.
Don't worry, we come from the motherland.
Holler.
Gotta represent.
Holler. I mean, that's where we are.
Yeah.
But Richard Okech Otianga.
Who be you? Who
be you?
I am the son of Ambayo.
Yes.
My name is Richard Okech. I am a communications officer. I am into advocacy.
So interesting.
And that is the standard introduction I give people.
Right.
But I am a superhero by night. But I am a husband, a friend. I am a son, a big brother, and I love every aspect of those things that I am currently.
Right.
And I am a firstborn. So mkiona naongea hapa na authority. Tunaongea na authority, tunajua Kenya tunasema. Because I'm a firstborn.
Sorry, boss.
Put some respect.
Better put some respect on our name.
But I love this. I love talking. I love the media, and I've always been very passionate about it.
Yeah.
I am an actor.
Allah.
Yeah.
CV has been dropped.
I am an actor.
CV has been dropped.
Link in bio. If there are any potential clients.
Yeah.
And I am also a good friend to Johnny Oyamo, who is now going to tell us about himself. Because tumetoka mbali.
Tumetoka far.
Yeah. Na nilikuwa naogopanga huyu jamaa tukiwa younger.
What?
Hey, Johnny Buddha.
But it's okay. We are coming to an episode one day. I'm going to please remind me when we're doing that episode.
You don't need me to tell you.
Please remind me of that episode.
My mama told me.
I used to be very scary. I have no idea why.
No, you did. You had such there was
an aura.
I don't know if it's an aura. I think it was more of a horror.
I was trying to be ghost. In my early days, I was trying to be ghost. Don't play with me, man.
John St. Patrick.
Yes, there you go. Thank you very much.
But anyway, John.
My name is John Musingo Oyamo. A lot of people know me as John Oyamo. And that's because when I was younger, I didn't like the name Musingo. I have no idea why.
Really?
Yes. I have no idea why I didn't like the name.
Wow. Yeah.
So my KCP, KCSE, even in the birth certificate, getting my ID, I started with John Oyamo Musingo.
Right.
So, but Oyamo is my dad's name.
Uh-huh.
And when I got married, it was like, people can't be calling you Mr. Oyamo because
your father is the
Mr. Oyamo, you know. So I was like, wait, you just be stealing. But I think after college, then I started understanding. You know, it's a name that was given to me. Why am I running away from it? You know, so I started embracing it, and so. But now it feels like I have to correct everyone every time.
Oh, so
it's John Musingo.
John Oyamo. It's
Hi Oyamo,
please.
how are you doing? I'm like, hey, chill. It's John Musingo. But we've known you as Oyamo for the last 20 years. I'm just like, you know
if you don't know, now you know.
Now you know. But yes, so John Musingo Oyamo, I am a father.
Oh, yes. Congratulations, by the way.
I am a father. Thank you very much. It was a beautiful son. My gosh, that son is handsome. Name Q. He's so cute, oh my God. So I'm a father, I'm a husband, and I am in this media fraternity.
Yeah.
I am this is how I arrange it. I am a cinematographer, editor, actually it's the other way around. Editor, cinematographer, director, and a graphics guru in this industry.
Yes.
And you can check out my work on my YouTube page.
Guys, he's literally the type of graphics you see on this show.
Oh, shucks. Go on, but stop.
Anyway.
Yes. So I've been in the media industry for quite a while.
Yeah.
I'm a friend as well. I'm a noisemaker. And I love being in such spaces where we're talking about men, talking about things that affect us because we are going through these things at the same time. And we are learning as well. Because if I was to literally show you who I am, you'd not be like, hey, say, I go down, Kuruka. But
so well put together.
Yeah, you just put together. Food is nice.
Falling apart.
Plaster feed. But yeah, that's who I am in a nutshell. Yeah. If we go on with the show, you'll get to know who we are.
Yeah, definitely.
Better.
That's the purpose of this whole thing. Just get to know us through our lives as we communicate and talk to you guys and just host this show. And the number of people who are going to be coming through, we really look forward to just taking you through our experiences, basically.
Make it happen.
An opportunity to talk.
Yeah, if we think about it, this is our therapy session.
Yes.
Where we just blah, then you go back to our collect more, collect more, and come again. Blah.
To our lovers, we okay. We just need this space.
Okay.
Yeah.
I must stay saved. Because ukirudi home unarudi peke yako. Hatuendi pamoja. Uko solo.
Anyway,
the Valentine's.
Hey, Valentine's is coming or has come.
Has already passed.
It's here.
Has already passed. Yo. Yes. Speaking of Valentine's, gents, hide your ladies because Jason Momoa is single.
As in, of all the years you could choose to leave your marriage,
and this is the
be
one.
Divorced. Momoa decides, aka Khal Drogo.
Hey, aka Aquaman.
This is the year.
I
I saw the statement they made, and let me tell you, I think growing up, I always thought, hey, marriage, you should always make it work by force.
Yeah.
And I still believe in that.
Yes.
But when I hear people are separated or divorced, I usually try to put myself in their shoes and understand. So where are they coming from? Because the older we grow and the more we experience life, the more we start experiencing these things firsthand.
Yes.
Because if you were to ask me 10 years ago if I know guys who have divorced, I wouldn't tell you. Maybe people who have heard about. But now I know personal friends, personal relatives. Yeah. You know, it's close that I now know guys who are actually divorced. You know? So it's no longer something I see in the media. It's something I've seen happening. And I think that's a topic for another day. But the main thing is to understand that Jason Momoa is single. And the good thing is he's from a country that does not tolerate COVID, so I don't think they'll allow him to travel.
My guy, let me tell you something. Have you ever had that thing of 6 degrees separation?
Yeah.
Be sure. if you think he's not going to make it to Kenya.
Anyway, so speaking of Valentine's,
Yes.
You know, there's always a lot of pressure
Yes.
around Valentine's
Yes.
Day for men to live up to expectations. You know what, I came to just accept that Valentine's is not for us.
Right.
It's not for the men. That is something I have come to accept. Maybe I don't know if it's right to accept that, because there are men out there who are, receiving gifts and being loved upon and lavished and all those nice things. But I generally feel the societal norm is that Valentine's is for ladies.
But is it because it's for ladies because of the consumerism state?
Yes.
Okay.
But that is it.
That's it. Okay.
Everything is geared towards buy her flowers, take her on a nice date, take her here.
It's never about
do
the
this for
guys
her.
and whatever.
Yes, it's never about the couple.
Yes.
It's just
which is what it's supposed to be.
It's actually supposed to be celebration of love between the two of you as a couple. But most times, it's what did you do for her for Valentine's? Have you noticed? Like, no one will ever ask.
What did you? Yeah.
So what did she
you
do for you for Valentine's? It's always, what did you do for her for Valentine's? Where did you take her? Where did you guys go? That where did you guys go is what did you pay for?
Is it worth talking about?
Yeah.
That's all you could do.
So
with all these options, that's all you could do.
I actually think so.
It can be annoying at the same time, but it's also one of those things to also think about, just creating your culture in your home to say, you know what, okay, it's not about what I got for her, it's how did you celebrate that day for us?
Yeah.
You know, let's stop the pressure and then just do for us rather than doing it for Instagram or doing like, oh my God, look, I got this girl, this, and then kidogo at night, you guys are fighting, fighting the end, and then you wake up in the morning.
Instagram mapenzi tight kama kifuniko ya gas. Kwa bedroom hiyo gas inalipuka.
Na haikupatii warning. Ile But anyway,
enjoy Valentine's.
Try and people enjoyed Valentine's.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I mean, you saw.
So for the forthcoming ones, if this Valentine's was bad for you by then,
try and enjoy the next.
Let us give you hope that the next one, just start preparing them early. That this is about us. It's our celebration.
If it's about us, then shouldn't that be every day? Rather, yes. I know. Ladies normally, because I saw a comment on someone's Instagram feed, and they were like, "Oh, you're about to hear people saying, but I love you every day, and I take care of you every day, and whatever. Valentine's is every day. It's not just thing." But that's what it's supposed to be, because it feels like, and I know this. Men are very categorical. If that's what you're expecting, then on February 14th, that's what you'll expect.
You'll get all that.
Then 15th.
And from 15th, ikikata, there's no regretting. To switch back to factory setting.
Mara that tunasondeka ka tunaenda mbele
kila siku, lakini msikubali pressure ya Valentine.
Like I feel like it has to be, because then again, when it's Father's Day, we forget about it. Then it's just one of those things for Mother's Day. People have 2 days to celebrate.
I saw Celestine and Njugush complaining about Valentine's Day. She was like, nyinyi mko na Women's Day, mko na International Women's Day, mko na Mother's Day, as in
na ni mbili.
Na tena Valentine's ni yenu. So he was like, hata mimi nimevaa red. Ni treat. You know me.
Yeah. It's about time.
It's also something that I should work with.
But consumerism has changed everything to feel like you have to buy something.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you see the statistics, and people do spend quite a lot of money.
Yeah.
Just to, and the big companies are the ones who are getting this, are getting richer.
Yes.
While us, we're just getting the pressure for the next check comes.
Did you see the hot air balloon trip that cost 2.1 million? The Valentine's trip.
For what?
It went viral. You didn't see?
It's okay.
Hot air balloons.
It's okay. It's okay. I can put hot air in a balloon and put it in the sitting room.
Boss, my uncle told us he has 100K. He wants the family to try and get the rest.
Yes, man.
Like Buddha.
Hapa ndo tumefika.
Good talk.
But it was Thank you very much.
It was so funny. Anyway, switching gears on something that directly correlates with Valentine's and relationships and the whole DNA around men and women is that a lot of people these Valentines will feel like things didn't work out because there was a breakdown in communication. Or things didn't work out because expectations were not met, but were they communicated?
Yeah. And I think that's the bottom line. Expectations are never met because communication is not done.
Yeah.
Because people normally assume that we're angels or your partner is an angel.
Mind readers.
Yeah, you know, like, I mean, there's one thing I thought about when I was taking a shower some time back was God expects us to talk to him through prayer.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He knows everything we want.
Omniscient, omnipresent,
everything.
omnipotent.
You know.
Yet he still requires
He still requires us to communicate with him what we want.
Yes.
Sembu se wewe.
Guys,
Sembu se wewe.
Today we're talking about communication.
Yes.
And we've started off on a very high note. And we want to break this down.
Okay.
I know
Sorry.
there's a point.
Sorry.
There's a point where people will think, oh, but you guys are just talking as men. That's who we are.
Unfortunately,
That's all we have to offer right now.
We are. I mean, and,
It is
and
what
this,
it is.
it is what it is, and this is what it is about.
So here's what we're going to do, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's talk about this communication thing because I feel it's the genesis and of very many good things, bad things, good experiences, bad experiences. So generally, do you think you're a good communicator? Would you say you're a good guy?
I'm not saying that. Okay, listen.
And on that note, see you on the next episode. Case closed.
Case closed.
We're done. We have determined.
Okay, let me put it this way. I thought I was a good communicator.
Yes.
Okay? I thought I knew what I was talking about. I thought I knew that I'm sharing what I need to share, or what needs to be said, or what needs to be understood, until I got married. When I got married, the number one thing on the list of things that I don't do well is communication.
In what aspect?
In the aspect of, it feels, and I said this on the last episode, it feels like my wife pulls things out of me rather than me just opening up and sharing and telling her, naturally speaking. When we were dating, she said, you used to speak, you used to talk a lot, and you used to tell me a lot of things and stuff like that. And now that we're married, it feels like it's the flip side. Like I've become more quiet, I've become more, sort of like I'm now becoming an introvert. As people know me out there, I'm an extrovert.
Yes.
But now I'm becoming more introverted. And
there's a sticker. For those of us who take matatus, there's those funny stickers on matatus. There's one I've read that I've never forgotten. Unajifanya mkali ukiomba change na nyumbani umekaliwa. So,
uko nje kelele.
Extrovert, number one.
Ndani mkia. Nimenyamaza ndi.
So why is it so difficult for us to communicate? I mean,
it's difficult for us to communicate because there are very many ways of communicating.
Right.
But there's a challenge in how to understand the other person either communicating or the person receiving that communication.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so for example, I hear, I know that there's these types of communication. There's passive communication, which I think I am. And there's aggressive communication, where, it's
By the way, I'm an aggressive communicator, not in terms of verbally shouting.
Right.
But I'm the type of person who wants to resolve issues now. Like, you have a problem with me, talk to me.
Don't do me the corners. Talk to me direct.
And let's finish this thing
here and now.
And it causes a lot of pressure because, like, even for my wife, she's like, just give me time to process. I'm like, if I have broken a glass and you're upset, what are you still processing? Tell me now that you're upset.
Yes.
So
but
it causes friction.
For me, I'm the opposite.
Yeah.
For me, I don't like confrontation. So I would rather chill then speak to you later when things are whatever. But I find myself in this predicament where I can't talk to you when things are heated up, right? But I'm also afraid of coming back later because sometimes I don't have my facts right and I don't have the things. I'd rather text. Just come, hey, what's up, Richie? This is what's going on.
Let me tell you guys something about Johnny. If Johnny is texting you about his thought process. There are two types of texters. There are guys who text long paragraphs, and there are guys who text 67 one-liners. Johnny is the 67 one-liner type of
communication. And I'm glad you have understood.
Let me tell you what the amazing thing is. Sometimes I look at your messages and I see you've sent me 3 lines or 4 lines, and I know for a fact you're not done. Like, I don't even bother to respond. My WhatsApp is always on the new messages are just coming because I know, hey, I am pretty sure Johnny hasn't finished talking.
Watch out, Maliza kwanza. So it goes like 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, that's when you're like...
When I notice like you haven't sent any consecutive messages for like 2-3 minutes, I'm like, I think he's done communicating his thought process now. I think it's now safe for me to respond.
I think, okay. In my defense, in this corner of my defense, You see the way you go to WhatsApp and respond to a certain
specific portion of the message. Yeah.
So that's how I think that's how I speak, so that it's easier for you to go pinpoint and say, responding to this one, blah blah. Responding to this one, blah blah.
Big up,
responding to this one, blah.
You've done us a solid.
Marion Rush. But I think. For me, I believe that that's how it should be. You know, it's like writing a letter.
Yes.
Then you go and take that paragraph and respond to that paragraph. You know, take this nini and respond to that paragraph.
You've taken me back as in
to the days we were communicating. Why can't we communicate like that anymore?
Do you know? Let me tell you, I think technology is a good thing and a bad thing at the same time.
It is, yeah.
It actually is a good thing and a bad thing at the same time, because back in the day when we didn't have phones in high school, and you are only forced to communicate through mail. There are guys who would sneak in their phones and text their chicks and friends. But I realized the art of communication on a letter is so detailed and so clear. It's actually a very articulate communication process that we should challenge ourselves.
Come back.
Yeah, we should actually challenge ourselves. That issue that you feel you've been struggling with, try and write a letter to that particular person who you expect to, understand you, or you've been having this communication block. Try and write a letter.
But then comes in the challenge where, so for me, I'm easy in texting, right? I can communicate very well in texting. But when it comes to speaking, nothing. Now, find Richie on the other side, who is speaking.
I am ready to talk. I'm always ready to talk in terms of expressing the thoughts immediately.
Yes.
But you know what I've learned? Sometimes I express myself immediately. Sometimes I'm passive aggressive. Right. Sometimes I'm like, I expect you to note that I am not happy with what you're telling me. And this is not just in the context of a relationship. Even at work. Like, there are times something is expected of you, or it's sent like through an email. And you're like, but don't you see, this is not how we should go about this process. There's a different way we can go about it that would actually be more meaningful and more helpful. But my problem is I'm passive aggressive about it. I'm not responding to that thing immediately and saying, I feel this is how we should do it.
Right.
I usually sit and I'm like, do you really think this is actually going to work? I feel like this can work better, but I don't say it at that point in time. And then there are times I say it immediately, and then I sit back and I'm like, hey,
come on, get it by.
I should not have said what I said.
So there's danger. So there's danger. Even for me, there's danger in texting and danger in in danger in speaking. For me, texting, I think we were talking about this some time back, is you're saying that people misunderstand text.
It's very easy. I always feel like it's very easy to misinterpret text.
It is, and it happens
because
a lot.
Of what you're saying and how the other person is interpreting it, and how they think you are speaking. Because some people would read it as how you would speak to them in person, yet that is not what your intention was when you were typing that text.
Right.
So I usually struggle with that texting bit, to a point where sometimes I'm like, just put the phone down, call. Like, if I feel like this thing is actually going to go
south,
just call.
But sometimes I don't think in the element of that precise moment we ever think about it's going to go south. We're always thinking, I need to pass my communication across immediately, and I need to put it on text, or I need to call you, or I need to fight you, But we're not thinking about What is
how
Richie
they're
thinking?
receiving it.
Yeah.
Because now that's a mistake I make. I realized there are times I tell you something and I expect you to understand that thing that I am telling you based on how I understand it.
Right.
So if I'm telling you, let's meet tomorrow or let's cancel tomorrow's meeting because I'm not feeling good, I might easily tell you, baby, I don't think I'll make it tomorrow. You see, I haven't told you I'm not feeling good.
Yes.
I'm expecting you because you know who I am. I always show up. I'm always the consistent one coming up to you.
You should be.
You should know that there's a problem. If Richie has told you he can't come.
So I should be calling him. Jaza na uendelee na maisha.
Baby, he would not have cancelled.
It should have been
Under
okay.
normal circumstances. But you see, because I've not communicated that fully, I expect you to understand, hey, but this is my homie, this is my boy, this is, someone who understands me and knows me.
Yeah.
They should know that I'm not okay.
And I think there's also the I don't know whether to call it, it's like a loaded gun.
Yeah.
When you don't know what the other person was thinking at the same time. Like when you're sending that text, how is that other guy receiving it?
Yes.
That guy might be upset, that guy might be, maybe this was the meeting of a lifetime.
Yes.
And now he's like, the hell is this guy doing? He's canceling on the last minute. Then he's like, does he know what I've done to make sure that this meeting is happening? What's wrong with these guys? Then he now sends a text for, you're never serious, you don't take these things seriously. You're just, exactly. And you're like, why are you shouting? Why are you shouting? But the guy is furious. To be honest, the guy is furious because...
And then the breakdown just...
Yeah, then it just...
completely...
And if you're just taking the phone call to go like, yo, my guy, I'm actually tired, I've been on a whatever, can we move this meeting? Or even if it's on text, just say, yo, my guy,
explain your thought process fully.
And I think that's where the problem is. That's where the challenge is.
Yeah.
We normally... Okay, guys, let me just put it. Generally, guys... I know people don't like doing this, but generally, guys have a thought process. They think about it, and tamka the results.
Yes.
Like, again, this one I'm thinking.
So we exclude the thought process, we just, these are the findings.
Yeah, these are the findings. And guys are like, but how did you come to that conclusion?
Yes.
Like, why did you decide that that's the conclusion?
Yes.
What is your thought process? And a lot of people, that's where communication happens.
Guys,
this is my thought process.
Communicate your thought process.
So
if there's anything
this is what I'm thinking,
remember from this conversation.
If you're writing down anything on your notebook,
communicate the entire thought process.
Everything from when you even start thinking,
that's
what needs to come out. Because then that gives the other person a chance to engage and go like,
And even give you credible feedback.
Exactly.
Because it will be full circle. So,
as a communication, the way you say you're doing work now, is there a communication process or is there
not to take you back to class, but something that we were taught is, the cycle of communication.
Right.
There's the message, there's the recipient, there's the sender. So the message, the sender, the recipient. For it to be a full cycle, there has to be like a process emanating from the sender. Then the message goes to the recipient. Then there's feedback.
Right.
Back to the sender.
Right.
So, we always hear, return back to sender.
Return to sender.
It's really a very rude context, by the way.
At that time.
Return back to sender. But for you to actually say that you've attained full communication, there has to be that loop. There has to be feedback. Now, what we should focus on is in a thorough communication process, such that this recipient also has enough info to give you credible feedback and give you sufficient feedback so that you communicate once or communicate effectively, not even just once. But I think the aim is to communicate effectively.
Yeah.
Because it's very easy to miscommunicate. It's very easy to think that you have said what you needed to say, yet you didn't say the whole thing.
Yeah.
So someone else interprets things differently. And, learning from those mistakes, what are some of the things you've had to do intentionally? To become a better communicator, because as we started this show, you mentioned that you are a poor communicator,
which I didn't ask. I didn't ask. Are you, Richard, me, a good communicator?
You think I'm a poor communicator?
I'm asking.
No, the audience
is wondering.
Am I a good? I think I'm an okay communicator. I'm definitely doing better than
if we were to call Diana Memosi, hello. Is Richard a good communicator?
For purposes of, peace and quiet, she will probably say that I am. But she's given me a lot of tips about, places where I go wrong,
Right.
what I don't do right, and where I am not communicating well. And it's been a two-way type of thing for us so that we both understand these are some of the challenges we have communicating.
Okay.
This is where she's at. This is where I am at.
Okay.
This is where we are not doing well. So how do we talk? Like some of the things we decided to deliberately do is always talk about it before, you go more than 24 hours.
Right.
Always try. Don't let it pick a point where you've slept, woken up, and then slept again, and you've not resolved an issue, or you've not communicated what you're feeling. Because, you're just delaying the inevitable.
Yeah.
So try and communicate then. So I wouldn't say I'm a great communicator. On stage, I am. If you're looking for a moderator,
An actor,
for your events,
an actor,
please hit me up at 07.
The number is on the bottom of the screen,
But
you can call.
But when it comes to interpersonal communication, it's a working process. I would say it's really
I
a
think
working
it is.
process.
It
Yeah,
is,
and
yeah.
it's never about an attainment that I want to see myself at.
Yeah.
It's always about how effective am I going to communicate,
Right.
based on past experiences, based on what I'm going through right now, and what I want to achieve.
For me, things that I'm doing different or trying to do different, because sometimes I think I'm getting better, then my wife tells me something and I'm like, wala la 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 la. It's the same way everybody can
Sit down.
Sit down.
Be humble.
At time you're like, yo, yeah, I'm a good communicator. Nini. And akumbusha kitu moja, you're just like, yeah, okay. Let me start again.
Kevin,
But
voice.
Damn, John. Help me. So the one thing that I think I need to remind myself all the time is share as much as you can.
Yeah.
And all the time.
Especially information.
Everything.
Yani, you're better off oversharing.
Yes. Than undersharing.
Yes.
Or missing one thing.
That is one thing I've learned, and I agree with you 100%.
Like, just, hey, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Yes.
It didn't make sense, but I've shared. Yeah, at this point, it feels like it's a class that I have to keep telling my teacher what I'm doing or what I'm...
Yes.
But I would rather take it that way.
Yes.
Than feeling like, I'm the boss. I said what I needed to say and I've said what I needed to say and it's final. That's one thing guys need to stop.
Uh-huh.
We are not the final say. Especially if you have someone in your life.
The men. Let's speak to the men. Because there's always this, I don't know what it is about us guys, that we always want to be the final say.
Because we feel important.
Jehovah has the final say. But for now, let's understand that by the way, I think, especially that authoritative type of voice, there are times you have to exert your authority as a man. I agree with you.
Yeah.
But contextually, you need to understand, are you exerting your authority or are you trying to be understood?
Right.
Because it's very easy for you to say something and that's final.
And that even
that's
happens.
on period.
On period. And it also
And
happens
you've not been understood.
with guys as well. Not necessarily just even bosses and husbands.
Yeah.
But even with guys, you just feel like because I'm doing better than this guy or because I'm doing, I'm well off. I'm like, there's nothing you're telling me.
There's that meme that, when you don't have money, you're not allowed to speak in family gatherings because whatever you say always feels like you're bringing confusion.
Yeah, it's like, what are you saying? What are you saying?
Like you're just bringing some sense of confusion.
Wait, kwa nini ametoa pesa ngapi? 1,000, shut up. Nani ametoa 10,000, speak.
Yeah, but honestly, to be honest, we actually need to understand. It's not about the type of socioeconomic status I have or the type of authority or influence that I have. I still need to communicate authentically and I still need to communicate better. And I know I digress a bit, but there's always a principle I have. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Right.
Let me tell you, if you speak, like say we're going on a date, we're trying to get to know each other, we go on a date, and you're rude to the waiter,
You're done.
By how you speak.
Done.
It is so difficult for me
To look at you the same.
to look at you the same. I
It means
really struggle.
it means the guard, the house help, anyone
This
who's
is
lesser
basically
than
anyone
you.
who's subordinate. Anyone who
Cool as
is
your
not in a
wrath.
position where they can influence your life
Yeah.
in any way.
Yeah.
You've basically rubbished them. You're like,
But who
I
says
don't
they
need
can't? Who says they can't influence your life one way or another?
there are some guys who just have that type of attitude.
don't care.
That, a waiter
Ananisho?
or this security guy
Your work
or
is
this
to bring
intern.
the right order.
or this intern. You know.
Then I can remove you from here.
And that transcends to what we were saying about parenting and kids. Because what makes you think that you're going to be any different when you have your own kids and they're trying to talk to you and you're like, what are you trying to say?
I think it's and that's what has been happening in communication.
Yeah.
Because as we said in the beginning, there's a genesis to all this.
Yes.
I mean, we can't communicate properly because when we used to go to our parents, the ideas were shut down because, again, there used to be this thing, I've lived longer, I've seen more, I've done more, I'm older than you.
In a position where I feel you're lesser.
What you're saying does not make sense.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that was what has made our communication a bit hard because you're like, okay, I can't talk to my parents the way I feel I should.
Yeah.
But I've seen relationships. I know a friend of mine whose dad used to sit down with them and talk to them. Whatever comes to their mind, they used to talk. They used to watch football
Speak your
together.
mind, yeah.
They used to go for, this cheapo, eating fries in town, whatever.
Yeah.
Just doing things that would make
outside the house.
Yeah.
Just a different setting where you are able to, there's a conducive environment for you to talk.
Which is the other thing. There needs to be a conducive environment for someone to communicate properly, to stop feeling like they are, in a war zone. Yo, sema kenye unasema ama unyamaze. And you're like, hey, my guy, so what am I supposed to say now? Let me just keep quiet. Umesema sasa uongei. Nicha hivyo. So ukae bas, enter. So there needs to be a conducive environment where I feel like I'm loved, I'm understood, I'm taken care of, that whatever I say, this is a safe space.
Yeah.
There's that thing about safe spaces, people don't take that for granted.
Yeah.
A safe space is very important for anyone who wants to speak their mind in whatever area of our...
I think as we wrap this up, one thing that I have consistently had to learn and practice is not only should I feel understood, but the type of communication I'm going through, or the type of person I'm talking to, are they also feeling understood based on what they're trying to tell me?
Right.
The feedback they're giving me or the communication engagement we have, are they feeling understood based on how I'm interpreting their message, based on how I'm responding to them, based on things that, even talking to someone and you're listening to them. Let me tell you, my wife gets pissed when she's talking to me and I'm actually listening to everything that she's saying, but I've seen something that I need to respond to immediately. So I'm just like,
Don't do it.
Don't do it. And she asked, what have I said? And I am able to respond to everything that she said. Maybe I had captured and had listened to everything that she said. But because the attention was just shifted. Right. She feels like communication is not happening.
There's a breakdown,
that's a preference that she may have. And for me to enable her to feel comfortable talking to me, I'd rather put my phone aside, listen to what she's saying, look at her, eye contact, and it will help make her feel
in the long
understood.
Run. Yes.
Yeah. So even for the type of people that you talk to, your interpersonal relationships, and even communication, there are certain things that we should try and learn. I mean, this is a time to do introspection. Like, what are some of the communication habits that some of the things that you think you do that don't sit well with people or have been mentioned by people, and they're like, maybe I don't like.
And I'm sure people out there have said something towards your kind of communication one way or another. That I don't like how you communicate. I don't like how you say these things. Or I don't like. There's something somewhere that has been said, and I think it's important to just sit down and go like, okay. So what do I need to change from here onwards? Am I too aggressive? Do I just need to calm down a little bit? Do I need to listen to people a bit more? Do I need to just take a chill pill before I communicate what I need to communicate? Like how is this person understanding? I think it's also important for, hey, what's up, how you doing? You're good? you're well, everything is timam, then
Yes.
I can now push my agenda. Rather than
lay the foundation.
exactly.
Foundation weka ya niceties.
Yasinia.
Foundation weka ya basic.
Then after that, then you can now come and start, talking. But again, in a nice tone, accepting, understanding, loving, caring.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things in communication that I know we haven't unpacked yet, but I guess as we go on, because communication, since I know communication is the foundation of every relationship. There was too much spit in my mouth, but
Spit that spat or spat that spit.
So it's the foundation of every relationship.
Yeah.
And as we keep going, you'll find that, in maybe identity, communication, expectation, communication, there's a lot that communication.
So basically, communication is an underlying theme.
Yes.
In a lot of the things that we're going to be talking about.
Yes.
And I mean, the aim is authentic communication. And speaking of authenticity, we have a new home.
Hey, I like how you did that. Thank you.
My guy, there's a reason why you need me on this show.
I don't know if I need you. Cut this camera.
Anyway, to be honest, I think we're really grateful because, we have a new setting, Authentique Cuts on Lenana Road, Astro
behind
petrol
Astro.
station.
Yes.
Yeah. At the backside.
it was one of those things. We were looking for a place to shoot.
Yeah.
First episode was in my home, but we're like, you can't be getting people into the house just like that. Evil. And then
After tumejuana hizo miaka zote, unaweza ongea
again, do I need you? So like it's again, this is one of the things that I believe is a step of faith where you just listen to God and just go ahead and do whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
Someone watched the show and was like, I have a space that you guys can use, and we were looking for space. We hadn't said it, and we hadn't actually even
and it materialized.
And now we have a new home. We're here at Authentique Cuts where we get shaved, feel pampered, nini. Tunapiga line kama unataka line. Look on his smart. Hey. Look on it. So, like, guys, welcome. We will soon put our codes out there. If you want to get a discount on Authentique Cuts, come and use Richie04 or Johnny55 and you get 50% off. I don't know how many percent, but we're coming soon. But this is going to be a home from now henceforth until the time we decide to move or shoot in the sky. We could be in Ndege somewhere just going to Dubai and we'll be like, this is the show on our airplane as we go.
Because we've been
first class
for over 19 years.
We need an upgrade
to go to Dubai and shoot on a yacht.
Yes, please. Hallelujah. Amen. So if you're in Dubai and you want people who can talk,
bonfire if you're watching.
Bonfire. Unajua umekatia wengine sasa. But anyway,
some legends in watching.
Anyone who's watching and feel like you want to bless us, thank you very much. I want to say thank you to Peter Kuria, another content creator in this Nairobi of ours. Thank you very much. And thank you very much to Authentique Cuts again. This is
we're really grateful.
Very grateful for that.
Offering the space. We love it.
It looks very, very, very nice.
The shop vibes, LeBron. One day we'll be able to host LeBron James.
Yours. The king.
Maverick Carter.
Sorry. Okay. We're aiming high. Aiming higher. Subscribe.
Please do. Like, share, subscribe,
comment,
and give us your views.
Your feedback is important.
Share with us what you think, what you know, and how you think we can make this whole process better, and how we can basically engage towards bettering one another. Because it's not just about us.
Yes.
It's about us.
Good one.
I'm doing
good one. I mean, Tangu get shaved.
I am doing
it. May make it.
Do the thing, Bana. As my man Gauchi would say.
So please hit that like button, notification gang, nani. Also, subscribe. Please make sure that you subscribe, and see you on the next one.
See you guys.
Wait,
pamoja.
Soda bana.
Tusko pale.
Mate.
Tusko pale.